Welcome to this advanced demo on how to check running processes and how to upgrade software because you don't know whether or not a user is actually logged onto the box and or have the application open before you execute. So you can see from what I'm displaying right now, this is from my apps and I have the test, check running processes, and I'm going to go ahead and launch it from here. So I'm going to hit run. And just so you can see, I do have Notepad++ up and running. So I'm going to do the worst case scenario. You can see that please close Notepad++, saving your work so we can upgrade to the latest version. Okay. I have one button, continue, app close. So when I click on this, now you can see that Notepad went away, or Notepad++ went away, and the regular Notepad came up, indicating that that process is processing. I have a 15-second wait. This should close any second, and that would indicate that the application itself is run. This should come back as having executed, so give it a second to catch up, and good deal. We have rerun there. So now I'm going to actually show you the actual steps. So in here, I'm going to go step by step. So the logged user step, and in here, there's nothing in the parameter step, but in the workflow, I have do not verify, and I do not want to use the default behavior, so I selected that to no. If the step completes successfully, then continue with the next step. If the step fails, which means there's no user logged on, then I can go directly to either uninstall software, install software, whatever I want to run, so I don't have to do any user interaction. So now, if there is a user that's logged on, this is the step for check the running process. So the process name is notepad++.exe. I do not want to end the process on this step. I don't want to send an alert. So my workflow here is do not verify. I don't want to use the custom behavior. I want to go to another step, which is step 3, advanced message box. And if the step fails to run, go to step 5, execute program. Okay, simple enough. And now I'm back. So did the user close the application or not? I don't know. So now you can see that my validation button for the advanced message box is continue, app closed, and for the cancel button, I left it empty. I don't want the user to be able to cancel. I am always displaying it in the foreground so the user won't inadvertently not see this as they're clicking through and working. I don't want it to get tucked behind any other open windows. I don't want to put it in full screen. I do have a timeout for 10 minutes. So again, I've got it displayed on their screen, but I don't want it to be successful after timeout. I would rather it fail than have the user say, hey, we lost data. So I could always republish it to my apps if we get notification that they never did do the upgrade. On the workflow, I do want to use the default behavior on this. So I'm going to hit cancel. And then on my second check running process, I'm going to do again, look for Notepad++, but this time I'm going to end the process. So if the user fails to close the app on his own, her own, I'm going to go ahead and kill the process. That way then I can be assured that my upgrade will succeed without having to force the user to have to do a reboot because there might be locked DLLs or something else that might prevent it. Here again in this workflow, do not verify, go to another step, go to step 5, execute the program. If the step fails to run, which it won't, then continue with the next step, which is still the same. So step 5, execute the program. Here, I'm just opening Notepad, so therefore in my testing phase, I can make sure that I got the first 4 steps accurate. So I'm launching it. I'm not waiting for the end of execution. I'm not putting it in background mode. So therefore, I'm waiting 15 seconds, and then I'm going to come right along here and end the process. And this is just a straight kill the process, no big deal, which would represent the amount of time it takes for an application to actually run. That way I was able to test this with no user logged on to make sure that I was able to actually execute Notepad and then kill it when there was no user actually logged on. So anyway, that's the process with the additional functionality and workflow. I hope you enjoyed this short little demo.